I love acting. And when I meet other people that are in love with acting as much as I am, like Colman Domingo, and like every single one of these guys that were formerly incarcerated and now they're out of Sing Sing and pursuing acting careers, these guys are actors. And they're no less an actor than Colman Domingo. And Colman would say the same thing to you. These guys are wonderful actors. They found their humanity inside the walls of Sing Sing through an acting teacher, Brent Buell, who's here tonight. Did you interview Brent? Brent Buell, he's the guy I play. He's an acting teacher. All his friends told him, don't bring this acting program into Sing Sing. These guys will take advantage of you. They're murderers, they're rapists, they're thieves, and he did it anyway. And it enriched his life. And so for me to come into this role and play Brent Buell, who's the real deal, has enhanced my life. Gentlemen, let's go.
It's been a program that was established to help people get more in touch with their feelings and truly get some rehabilitation.
I am Gladiator Goliath. I am Spartacus.
I'm Prince Hamlet of Denmark.
And it's turned into something, I don't know, wonderful.
So tell me, what was the best part of making this film for you?
The best part of making this film for me was being with my brothers, man. Being with the brothers that I was in a can with, the ones that created this story, the ones that lived it, all of us together again, out here to create something positive for people to probably use as an example.
And you wanted to do this also for other kids to find out what maybe they don't want to do to live the life that you did.
Right. I figured that, it's an obligation for individuals that did commit crimes against society. Once you learn about the mistake that you made, you have an obligation. You have an obligation to go. You might not be able to correct it, but at least to help somebody else not make that same mistake.
Is there a role that, in your mind, your dream role that you want to play as an actor?
Yeah. Star Trek. Love Star Trek, man. Let me get on there. You can give me any character you like, man.
Do you have a character you want to play?
Anyone you like. Pick me, give me an alien.
What was your favorite part to play when you were doing RTA?
I think Oedipus Rex. When I did Oedipus Rex, I had to memorize 44 pages. That was very challenging for me. But I pulled it off, and I loved it. I love the language of old Elizabethan and Shakespeare, my favorite.
Do you want to do more Shakespeare?
I would love to. I would love to do more Shakespeare.
Isn't it hard to memorize all those lines?
I guess it would be if you didn't have a passion for it. I have a passion for the language. The language that Shakespeare uses, he paints a picture. He says things that he might use 2 paragraphs to say something that you and I would say something in 2 sentences. But he paints the whole picture for you.
I've done stories in the past inside Cook County Jail. And that feeling when you walk inside the door and the door slams behind you and it locks, even though I knew I was coming out, was absolutely terrifying. What was it like going back for you?
It was traumatic. It was traumatic. Putting on greens again and actually going inside a prison. But like I said, the good outweighed the bad. To tell a story was more important than how it made me feel. And I kind of used that energy as well in the film to help bring me back to that place, to give you something that was authentic.
To become human again and enjoy the things that is not in our reality.
I think you guys are becoming real with each other, vulnerable.
As you would expect, I have a lot of apprehension about going back inside prison, about putting those greens back on. And I don't know if it was psychological or whatever, but when I put those greens on, it seemed to itch. But the purpose of why we're doing this, the message that we want to relate to the world, was much more important than my little apprehension. So I had to put that to the side and deliver this to the world.
To walk in with our heads held down. Nah, what you got to walk in like a king.
Everything is yours. I'm divine now. Yeah, this is my theater.
Now give him some love, give him some love.
the scenes that really got to you?
Oh God, so many. There's a scene where I get these guys to tell me about themselves, and they do it. They each do a little monologue about what's your perfect moment. These guys brought it because they were being real.
I mean, the audition sequence in our story is this wonderful tapestry of all of our cast auditioning for the play, but then we moved into personal questions that sort of delved into what the arts meant to them, what acting meant to them, elements from their childhood, and you just never wanted to stop rolling the camera because it felt like a confessional space, and it felt like something more important was happening than making a movie at the time. And there would be times where we'd even roll out a film, but we just would never say cut because someone needed to finish what they had started, and we would just let that happen.
Therapeutic for you and them.
Absolutely, yeah.
I have to ask, sometimes to be a good criminal, you have to be a good actor. Do some of those talents help on the other side, being a real actor?
You know, the only thing I would push back on that, and I would say actually to be a great actor, there's being a good actor. To be a great actor is actually not about faking something, but about being deeply honest about something, you know, and so that's why I think this movie really shines through, is because it's great acting, because people are honest in their work.